first and foremost, the one said that music is spiritual. You know, it's a calling. Not just music, you know, it's like the pastoral job as well. So if you need to be called to play music. Anybody that's not called can do all the DBB thing, all the backyard thing, carnal message and all that. But those who are truly called, like a man of God on the pulpit, you know, whatever you say, you don't say words of your own. Everything you're saying are divinely inspired, you know, it comes from above. And you don't do it because of money, for monetary gain. The primary motive is that you are answering the call of Jah, you know, just to go and send a message, all right? And Jah give you the message, it's prophetic. And everything we say or we do always come to pass, because this is not you, it is the Holy Spirit speaking through you. If you watch out, every other musicians, like Chris Heidi we are talking about today, like Bob Nestamali, Major Fashek just Grand for Zion recently as well. Watch out all their messages, you know, they are prophetic, philosophical. You know, it's not just something to dance, not just play for you to dance, but something for you to listen to.
I'm inspired.
Be inspired. It's so inspiring, and you learn something. For instance, Major Fashek, you know, a lot of people sang about the release of Nelson Mandela from prison after 27 years, you know. Mandela was never released. The United Nations, a lot of summits, you know, they talk about his release. It never happened. It was after Major Fashek did Free Africa, Free Mandela in 1990, and just barely 3 months after the release of that album, you know, but Nelson Mandela, the Mandiba, was released from Robben Island. He became a free man. And 3 years later, 1994, apartheid was completely and totally crumbled. And Nelson Mandela became the first black president in South Africa. Talking about my brother, my friend, Chris Heidi, we are talking about today, 23 years after. 90% of the song Chris Heidi did, you know, he never sat down to write. All the song came from the dream, true revelation, all right? Chris Heidi lived with me for 5 good years. From 1992 to 1997, he lived with me. We were living in 2 rooms. I sleep in the bedroom, he sleeps on the parlor. The couch. Yeah, the couch and the parlor, that's where he sleeps. I remember in 1995, you know, it was out of a dream, October 1995, out of the dream, you know, he just woke up and started singing. The song you are hearing. I said, what happened? It was around 2 a.m. in the night. He said he just, you know, he was in the dream and the rapture took place. And people were struggling to enter heaven. And he saw Jesus right before him. And he was, you know, he was trying to walk and meet Jesus, trying to meet with Jesus. And that was how the song came into his mouth, and he started singing. So what we normally do, of course, you know music as well. I quickly brought my tape recorder then, the midget, you know, recorded the song, you know. Daybreak, we started working on the song. We tried many melodies. There's this American jazz artist, you know, a left-handed artist, that did that tune. It's a jazz song, That was how that tune came, and we put a song on that.
And it was understandable.
Yes. Then there was this other song, it was in 1994, during the Abacha junta. You know, myself and Chris Heidi, we went to Akpakpava. We wanted to buy fuel for one of the filling stations. And there was, you know, that time of fuel scarcity. There was fuel scarcity, a lot of crowd in the filling station, queues. People were fighting with their jerry cans. You need to bribe the fuel attendant. And I said to Chris Heidi, you know, that was how the song, that chorus came. So a lot of, you know, Bob Nestamali, for instance, you know, check out all the song. Recently, I'm glad to tell you this, as a student of international relations, I'm so glad, and also as a reggae artist, as a reggae promoter, I am glad to say that recently the United Nations adopted One Love by Bob Marley as their national anthem. All right? You know, that's the philosophy behind the music. That was 1970. It was in 1976 during political upheaval in Jamaica. There was a political war in Jamaica. The then president of Jamaica, Michael Marley, and the opposition leader, Edward Saga, they were all fighting. The youth were fighting. just like you have in Edo State now. So hey, this and that.
Okay, now let me pause it there. I need to listen to this song.
Okay.
I need to listen to this song, and we'll see you on the other side after the song. I mean, we'll take a short break, but let's hear this song that has become an evergreen song. I mean, all through the years, this song is ever so fresh with the lyrics, with the content, with the words. Take a listen. Word.
Osanera la obao gibe Rudagiria konana jowa Agegi yerakmo Ya esa mufo yobawe Woga reke gire pane Ya esa mufo yobawe Woga reke Agegi yerakmo Ya esa mufo yobawe Woga reke gire pane Agona yega gima Ekima dodo agona ye Agadwe kire tayowa Doa nagirie bagakbane Usanira la hokbago gibweo Rudagiria konana yowa Agegi yerakmo Ya eso mubar yobawe Woga rebe gire pane 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 Ya eso mubar yobawe Woga rebe Agona yega gima Ekima dodo agona ye Agadwe kire tayowa Doa nagirie bagakbane Usanira la hokbago gibweo Rudagiria konana yowa Agegi yerakmo Ya eso mubar yobawe Woga rebe gire pane Ya eso mubar yobawe Woga rebe Agegi yerakmo Ya eso mubar yobawe Woga rebe gire pane Ya eso mubar yobawe Woga rebe Osa ega gimieo Agimio se no yevi Jesu No le dogu yo ukoma Ne manera pomie na mi niefa Ala domi ega riopa we baba Amagisi mani we ubo Osa nera veva nyagi uhe Rodagi ya konana yowa Agegi yerakmo Ya eso mubar yobawe Woga rebe gire pane Ya eso mubar yobawe Woga rebe Agegi yerakmo Ya eso mubar yobawe Woga rebe gire pane Ya eso mubar yobawe Woga rebe
Okay, remembering Chris ID, 22 years down the line. I mean, how time really flies.
My brother,
and a man who saw it all, saw his birth in music really, from cradle to death. I mean, is here with us, Senior King Sogbebo, who actually produced him while he was alive. What was the philosophy behind his music?
Yeah, you see, like I said, this whole thing is a calling. It was in 1992, I was in the church. You know, he came to meet me in the church. I didn't actually knew him from Adams. You know, he came with a bass guitar. He was just about 19 years then. And the Rasta camouflage. He said, you know, my pastor told me there's somebody from my village, you know, he want to see me. That the guy said he want to do music. I said, let him come. So he came, I looked at him. He said he's a younger brother to Moses. Moses happens to be 2 years ahead of me in secondary school.
Okay.
That was the one I actually knew.
Okay.
And I saw his face, the same face with Moses. I said, yeah, I'm okay, good. So when we closed from church, he followed me to my house. We got to my house. Then I was living at Ikwema Street, number 25. And he started playing. I mean, his role model actually was Osayamori Joseph. He loved Osayamori Joseph so much. Then Bob Marley, Magic. But I saw more of Bob Marley in him. And when I noticed that, I gathered all my Bob Marley's live on stage performances and other video. I started playing for him to watch. And that was I started watching. He came on about 2 occasions. We rehearsed together. Then after about a month when he came, I discovered that it would be better for him to just start living with me so that we can relate very well.
Very well, and then you can go properly.
Yes, that's how he came to live with me from 1992 till 1995. And everything about Chris Ivy, he didn't play music for money. It was not just after the money.
Okay.
It was just after doing the work of God. You know, a committed Christian. He doesn't joke with church activities. He doesn't joke with church services at all. And the only area that interests Chris Ivy in the Bible is the area that talked about rapture and end time. So all his music was, you know, philosophically was just all about the end time, you know, the rapture, making heaven, being heavenly conscious. This one will shock you. In 1996, you know, during the Olympics, the USA 96, football matches, when football matches are going on, we found that sometimes on a service day, people don't even go to church. They are at home watching football matches.
Yeah.
And Chris Addy said to me, say, hey, Paul, now we'll be sick. People are supposed to be, even pastors, you're supposed to be in church, and they're at home because of football. What will happen if the rapture
takes place
now? If you've been serving God fervently, you've been so very fervent, but today you are at home because of football. Even if you are a pastor, even if you are a pastor Chris, you are a pastor Yudik, whatever, you are at home, you're supposed to be in church. Can such person make heaven? You know, you're a man of God, you're a pastor, you know what I'm saying? You know, if I should ask you that question, I don't know, how are you going to answer that question? So we're just debating we're just, you know, discussing another. He said, boss, you know, for in mind, you know, he believes, say, during France 98, because France 98 was the next big event, football event. So during France 98, that is when the rapture will take place. That all of us should be very careful. We must make sure we are always in church during France 98. We must not miss church services. Okay, now, you know, let me finish it. So we just said it and we just laugh over it and that was all. But do you know that Chris Addy died the day Nigeria played their first match in France 98.
Wow.
I never knew he was talking about himself.
He's going.
He's going. You know, so Chris Addy was not, you know, it's not about how many years we live here on earth, but it's about how
the
we
impact, the legacies.
Yes, it's not about the years in the life, but the life in the years.
Okay, let me get, because Don Smarter has been here listening.
Yes.
And I just want to get a little contribution from you. How has Chris Addy's music influenced you?
Yeah, Roxbury, to my late master.
Who was your master?
Chris Addy is my master.
Wow, wow.
I still listen to his songs and still learn things from his songs.
Wow.
He's a legend.
Wow.
though him dead, but him still live on.
Wow. You're also a reggae man.
Yeah, man.
Well, except that your dreadlocks are still growing there. That means you're growing in the business. Really. That's good. That's good. Okay, now do a song for us because I know. Yes.
Actually, before that,
yes,
I got to know Don Smarter through Crusader. When Crusader was in my house, he used to come.
With him?
Yes. I was so busy, you know, Crusader is at home playing music, rehearsing. Me, I was outside doing all the Majora work.
Okay.
So they were there. He actually came to do a demo, and I said, Chris, you handle him, you know, and they just started doing things together.
Fantastic.
So, of course, they're from the same family.
Okay.
You know, same family from, you know, same place. And this guy, Boal, is a dangoga. He can do it.
All right, let's get something from that. I want to listen to something from
Done.
Yeah.
Isagu ni ware ni mioma die. No ma mioma die. Ah, I eat your door. Isagu ni ware ni mioma die. No ma mioma die. Ah, I eat your door. Itewe ni pia. Itewe ni Waga we say no go na tuwadio. They wanna get no. They wanna mazo we badima. They wanna maro def ibom awabda agabu amwa. They na kreke no gato bagno. We same le rame. They na kreke na gari na munda no dieve era yevena. Osagu wetabagno ni ofu dekaka ni okbero moya luye ni mehinam kadana no imyewa mone ozani na gbogbo ye mamo amiri na ma ye dere gbogbo Christian no me osagu wetabagno ni waro ni myewa diere bi obi Mama Mawadi, the Muchome, I eat your so Osagu ni ware ni miade. Mama Mawadi, I eat your so Osagu ni ware ni miade. Mama Mawadi, I eat your for you.
Yeah.
Oisawa ye money ruwa bona bonzo etina. Omawa bon wizelo mama dora bien. Rundare no sawe ne riga ye. Eria ye. Awami ni megutia. Nori ya yowe ni yawe eri esiwe no sure seda more ya umeri mo di sobe rapa igwala imamio iri opia ni na dumo isumo idowa de lobie ina amari ore iyopa kan odu mamu if you buy your house, mamu ina we on ya na wa my head agbo sister my head agbo my head agbo pa to my head agbo sister agbo my head agbo agbo All right.
Thank you, man. You're good. Respect. Wow. Fantastic. Still looking at the life and times of the legend Chris Ide, who 22 years ago passed on. I mean, how time flies, but that's not the real thing. The real thing is that he lives on. In his music, he lives on. In his lyrics, he lives on. In the rhythm, he lives on. In the message, the philosophy behind the music, it lives on in the hearts of everyone. I mean, you listen to this song, maybe 10 years from now, it's still as fresh as it is today. So that tells you the power behind music. You know, the way life is quite interesting. There's a time to celebrate. There's a time not to celebrate. There's a time to be born. There's also a time to die for everyone. We only pray that God spares our life to live such a long life to make greater, far-reaching impact in the world. Make the world a better place than we met it. That's the whole idea. That's the essence of living. Anything outside that is nothing meaningful. Live your life to change the society, to make the world a better place to live in. And that's what we should always have at the back of our minds. Let me get the last word from you.
Yeah, man. You know, like Jah said in the book of Ecclesiastes, last chapter, last verse, it said, fear Jah and keep his commandments, you know, for this is the whole duty of man. An interviewer, interviewed Bob Marley one day and said, asked Bob Marley, are you very rich? Bob Marley said, what do you mean when you say being rich? The man said,
of wealth,
plenty of money in the bank. And Bob Marley said, is that what you mean by being rich? He said, no, you're wrong. That is not what it takes to be rich. He said, for me, to be rich is to have eternal life. Eternal life. Life is all about impact, like you said.
Yeah.
Like Bob Marley said, he said, when you live for others, you live to gain. But when you live for yourself alone, you die in vain.
Absolutely.
So life is not all about money. It's not all about, political interests, selfish interests. When you look at them, we see them say, the Bible said, there's a way that seems right unto a man. There's a way that leads to destruction. Magic said, it said them fighting for power, but they don't know the hour. Ajumobi is gone now, all right?
Yeah.
But I know, say, soon come, I will leave.
Yeah.
So enough time people have a reason that the biggest wealth is to know Jah and be close to Jah. Nothing can be bigger than Jah giving you instruction.
Absolutely.
I say, my son, don't go out today. Or my son, go out today. That's the right way to go.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Before I go, please,
yes.
I want to use this station to advertise my program today. I know, my brother, the Gia. Tomorrow on my program, Radio Extravaganza, on our sister station, I don't look at service.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing a special documentary on Chris Ide.
Okay. Special focus on
I know
Chris Ide.
Yeah, everybody love Chris Ide so much.
Sure.
It's easy matter of play.
Sure.
So please stay tuned.
All right, 10 p.m. on radio.
Yes, on radio.
On radio.
To 10.
8 to 10 p.m.
I'm talking to you today's your birthday.
Yeah, today's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
Let's do something.
Yeah. I know. Thank you.
I wish you happy birthday.
Thank you.
Very many happy returns.
Thank you.
I wish you happy birthday.
How old are you now?
No, I'll tell you that. But I just want to say big thanks to my wife. This morning she gave me
wife.
she
God bless. God bless my wife.
Isn't it lovely? Lovely.
Madam, God bless you, madam. Madam, God bless you. I tell you, this man is a pastor. The thing that when you marry the wrong woman, your hallelujah not be loud again though. Your hallelujah will just quench. But when you marry the right woman, hallelujah will be loud. Madam, God bless you. That will push you water too plenty.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, that's our show today on TMI. Lovely Monday. Hope you enjoyed it while it lasted. And you have a great week ahead. Big thanks to all our crew members behind the camera. Papa Ogbede of Versailles. Thank you so much. Thank you. You did a yeoman's job, blew my mind with all the different angle shots that you were bringing on board the program. Sonny Brown, always the best. Thank you so much. Tony Etim, Akbos Esegbona, thank you very much handling satellite transmission. We appreciate all of you. Crew in the engineering, we appreciate all of you. My name is Sonny Duke Okosun. Wishing you the best of this week, wishing you a very, very productive and fruitful July 2020. Bye for now.